Wow. Huh, was that Peter Behelland? Wow, that's a beautiful name. So can I be the father of my own creation? What if I'm a sausage in the fire that maybe someday, with the passing of the galaxies, that doesn't really matter. Ah, Sonia! You a little lost, Ampet? Check. Why am I fucked up on dollars? Kind of that nothing doesn't really look like okay or something. Actually, Bolongo. So, what? I'm an Onirian if I wanted. What was that? What was that most beautiful spell she made? Let me think of the formula. Hey Sonia, let me remind. Remember, seeing to the past novels. Is that like Luna? What she said? I can't think there's a cigarette in your mouth, dude. So, what is that? Think. I don't really remember it. It's a real word. Ah, friggin'. Let's get to the classics. Let me get ready. Yeah. So yeah, it's a swoop and a swish. That's what the technique says. So you're gonna put it the right side up and shut up, Hermione. So okay, alright, that's easy. Focus. Alright, so let's get some energy. What is it? Get in there, that's better. Watch me, Hermione. Fuck it. All the feathers are gonna start flying. Jeez. Okay, Sonia, are you an enchanter or not? So can you get your hate and justice and your revenge and darkness and maybe a little bit of being pissed off. You see, spells are like just fuck it. They're poems, dude. They don't even matter. They never mattered. Basically. Oh, I threw the lighter and I needed a light. Hey, where the fuck are you? Dude, what are you? Oh, what's it? Oh, there you go. Ooh. Oh. Holy shit, I don't have matching flames. Fuck my fashion sense. Whoosh, not alcohol. So, witchy. Sonia, empath. So let me teach you. So you can basically nowadays, with the end of the world and Lucifer reigning supreme for a bunch of time because Daddy let him. And basically find spells on what was that? What was that? Oh, Pinterest. Yeah, Pinterest. Pin up, interest, Pinterest. Alright. It's a shitload. What's the schnupsy? Well, the schnupsy, which means the trick, is that, well, not everybody knows how to do magic. It's not about uttering a spell. That's basically, you can try like, what was that? Let me remind you of old childhood. Get ready for yoga. So, get in method acting character. At least I'm trying. Yeah, what was it? Nah, the other part's balanced. Yeah, so. Cățeluși cu părăcreți fură rața din coteț și se jură că nu fură și l-am prins cu rața în gură. Ți-am plăcut, mami? Nu, n-am zis bine. Okay, mommy. Thanks. What are you watching? Shit. Ow! Yeah, fuck me. Okay. So, when I'm talking to magic, I don't think it's a good idea to use a superimposed flame. Yeah. Anyhow, so, boom. What was that spell? It was like, it was a basic back hit, backlash. So it was, I don't know, it was some bullshittery like that, like skin to skin, nerve to nerve bullshittery. Like anyhow, they're just limericks, man. They're just poems. So in a certain fashion, enchanting. That's what I'm talking about. What's the point of it? Well, since I started at 17 years old, now being 44 now, the basis of all magic is faith. Basically, if you have not an absolute belief that what you're doing is just gonna fucking work and that's it, yeah, you're just reading poems. But if empath, you put your utmost faith and then you fuel it with the passion of your soul. Wave the energy into the universe. What will happen is the third Newtonian law that for each action there's an equal and opposite reaction. You echo energy up there and it comes back and does things. You enable it by faith because you know you're sending it, and you fuel it, charge it with your emotions, with your passion. And yeah, that's magic. I'm still trying to remember that. What was the word? Nepitsky? Luna Lovegood man when she repaired that, I don't know, Harry with his glasses. Everybody likes Hogwarts and stuff. Alright. I would actually be a Ravenclaw in that. You know, it's all about a yeah, brain stuff. I get every password, door password wrong. And since I'm the most badass wizard there, push, the door is still open. Why? Faith. Fine. Alright, so. Sonia. Allow me. And probably, I don't know how many people are gonna see this besides you, like 10,000 fucking cretins that are gonna start using this, and they're gonna fuck up beyond all recognition, foobar their lives beyond redemption. Well, hey, it's on your dodos. I mean, magic is not a toy, I hope you realize that. Let me teach you, all mofos, since you're gonna damn yourselves with it anyway. So I just find it on what was that? Ugh. Yeah, Pinterest. And nobody knows what it is. Except a few people and the dude that posted it. Yes, you build up. When you remember what has been done to you and what is still being sent. And you take the limerick from Instagram. No, it's not Instagram, Pinterest. The karma mirror. Hey, witchy. Blue globe. Get ready for a lesson in enchanting. Yeah, I can find it there. But it's not about the fucking words. You say that person's name. See all the cruelty and pain that you have caused once again. I turn the table 3 times 3, bleeding light upon your actions. I am free. As light fades, dusk comes through. Parenthesis, no, I'm not actually casting this spell on anyone, they're just demonstrating it. And parenthesis. All the pain you caused now comes back to you. I say this spell to karma tonight. For I am witch. I stand up and fight. What's gonna happen in this moment when you put all your passion and by faith you launched it? You just start an enchantment. What's gonna happen is that you basically generated a shield mirror between an energy mirror between you and that person, and every kind of bad shit yeah, it's probably gonna turn through karma. All they did to you back to them, then they're gonna have a few problems. But you know the real fun thing about this enchantment, if you do it right, is everybody can read it. Not all people can do it. You let the karma mirror up there. Camera things are hard. Like, whoa, what's the fucking angle? Right, that. Every time that person tries to send a spell, something dark, energy, attack, the karma mirror bounces it back. And that's when you see that a lot of magic dudes that try to harm you. Just probably some of them are gonna message or call you, what are you doing to us? And you're gonna be like, nothing, motherfuckers, you're doing it yourselves. I just laid a mirror there so I'm protected. Go ahead, destroy yourself, I don't care. I'm just walking my cat or something. Yeah. So since I'm on the friggin' subject, let's go for it. Yes, I've chosen this music for a purpose. Flunk it. Snoops it. Why not, Ampad? Let's do this. So we get another VLC video source. Now, let's look. Let's look here. Alright, so we just add a file. Shit. Just gonna add on video. Oh, that's him. We just put a pause for a second. Be right back. Alright, so, what you don't maybe understand is I'm sabotaging your little lamp at this moment. How? Well, you see, in all her... What the flying fuck, I have only cigarettes around here. So, in all her almightiness, she was a hava, or love. No, this is a cigarette. Obviously. She has actually placed her own voice on YouTube of all places. And I just launched it in the background. I don't know how much you can feel it because it's very soft. Yeah, I am bad. There's a low frequency there. So if you look on long enough at this clip, you're gonna go, wow, nah, I don't care. Her girlfriend's gonna get it. Loving, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna jump on her or something. Back on track. Oh, pa. So, what you're seeing right now in all this crap show? That's a chaotic, crazy secret clown. Heyoka, at your disposal. But no, I'm not actually that stupid to come into your life, so you just dispose of me. I can just sit home and shoot this video or something. Alright. So it's been 15 minutes 55, let's get on the show. You've misunderstood everything by now. I'm Felix. I've told you. Now that's the window. This is an overlay, calmly beautiful guitar music, campfire stuff that I just connected in OBS Studio from YouTube. So I don't even have the song, I'm just connecting the media. So, let's start with the background. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. Schnoops it. So, it was about, I don't know, I think 15 years old for me, when I became very interested in understanding people. And it was something very strange. What is strange? What was strange was the fact that I could actually do it. I could actually get things about people that weren't obvious to the others. I don't know. At 16 years old, I discovered a beautiful Romanian sugary green fairy. And all the absinthe, dude. I know the Danube Delta is full of, what's it called? Perenica, the curly, wormwood. Yeah, Tallinn, that's wormwood. For witchcraft. But nobody's making absinthe. The curly wormwood has, what's it called? Absinthine or something. The magic fairy from absinthe. You just have to basically like macerate that into alcohol and blend it with an oil base, and it's all upside down, and it's delicate. It's a very delicate process. And when you obtain absinthe, it's just kind of like wormwood green, deep green with a little brown in it. What you do is then you take a special form of glass and you put a special spoon, the spoon with it like full of holes and something, and you pop a sugar cube on it, and you just pour just a touch, just 30 milliliters of absinthe. And when you just get like really cold water, like ice melting water, and you just gently through the sugar until you feel the glass dissolving the absinthe. What's the fun about absinthe? Two things. First, it heats you up like really nice and comfy. And second, it gives you enormous inspiration. Like in those bohemian years of Van Gogh, everybody was using it. Well, it was simple. It was on every pub. And the other fun thing about absinthe, well, you know, the human body actually has sort of like a natural resilience to a certain amount of absinthe, and it slowly increments. But the fun thing is that before guns were invented, if you just chinoops it too high with by 10 grams or something, you croak! Yeah, they're playing Russian roulette with booze. Ha! Yeah. That was the fun where all the medievals were using it. It wasn't actually inspiration or warmth. They were risking it. Alright. Nah, it's a kitchen lighter. So, next. What was the Romanian sweet nap? Yeah, upside down little sugar thing, green fairy lady? Peppermint liquor. You know, liquor, peppermint liquor. Sweet, minty, and full of alcohol. Awesome. Right. So, just some 3 years later, 18 and something, I was already calling myself a soul traveler. Because I could just understand what the hell went on inside people. Now, I had no idea what that's about. When I was 17, there was this dude. You see, I was at the botanical circle here in the city. Nice botanical garden and everything. Really passionate biology teachers that built it. And there was this girl, and man, was she luscious. I mean, she had a shape on her and a beautiful face and awesome hair. Everything was like perfect. The sin-inducing woman. Alright, so I'm like, alright, I gotta date this girl and everything. But a few days later, there's this guy. I mean, yeah, he was tall, dark and handsome, and also a dumb peasant, I suppose. But he just picks her up on the street. She gets all passionate and stuff, and whatever followed. And he just is passionate. No, it's not. That's a blanket. So let's. How do you try this stupid motherfucking camera? Yeah, that's like. Yeah, that's. Passionate rage. Nice special effects. Yeah, I put that with a purpose. Everything's with a purpose. I just invented for myself symbolic magic, so I'm not just messing with it. I've built myself an atomic. Just got a blade, cleansed it, consecrated it, and made a handle for it, and bound it in pyre-graved runes. Yeah, Celtic runes, like druids and shit. Right. So at that moment, I was just a kid playing. And, oh my god, it was my Christina. The son of a bitch. So while I was in my room, I grabbed this orange. Yeah, it was a fucking orange. It was somewhere around Christmas. So I said, "You orange." With faith. Not a shadow of a doubt. You orange. Or do me. Put it on the table. Put a jar next to it. And the lid. Yeah, passion. Took the tummy. I said, "You shall suffer." And took the orange. Put it in the lid. In the jar. Screw the lid on tight so it rots there. And just shove it in the fucking down desk in those down door cabinets or something, like old school desks and home study or something. And the orange is rotten there and everything. And I call Justin on the phone and I ask, "Hey dude, why don't you come into the botanical anymore?" You know, I kinda have to visit him. Dimitri's in the intensive care unit. He has a kidney infection. I mean, he's been almost in a coma for 2 months. Felix, what the fuck did you do, you bad boy? So that's when I became a hedge witch. Alright. And I've been doing it repeatedly over and over again. Not on the same shit with the orange. I've been just inventing all my rituals. And it was all the same basis. Same basis. You blanket for absolute faith, and then wave it with energy, passion. That's all the magic. That's what all it is. It doesn't matter if you take, what's it taking, like, what was it, the recipe? I think St. John's wort leaves and cinnamon and basic herbal magic and cinnamon and what kind of oil was that? Oh, was it olive oil? I think so. Yeah, St. John's wort leaves fresh. And cinnamon, the basic bottom line symbol of love. Well, that's actually passion. It's the sweetness of erotism. And oil, and you do all the thing, you consecrate the 3 ingredients, and you have your altar table and you cleanse it and everything, and you leave the ingredients before the moon to charge on a full moon with its energy, and you just mount together the spell, and you obtain your basic love oil. So everybody who like you, and everybody who like passes with magic power, smelling your pretty little languages and gets attracted and goes, well, I really like you, let me be your simp forever. Stupid attraction. From that all the way to those things, the basic for the stupid little prostitutes of darkness, the Luciferic magic with golden art, where you take a triple circle pentagram, what was that? A pentacle, so you have to basically protect it and lock it and generate energy, because it's hard to draw from hell, and all of it has to be done in a 5-year-old boy's innocent boy's blood that you have to kill yourself, and with that blood you draw the circle, the pentacle, and a pentagram, and then you utter from the black book of death, you call the Prince of Darkness himself, and whatever happens there, that's between you and him, like whatever. Most of the black dudes just, I don't know, ask for them to give him one of his angels, so they give him like unbelievable success and money and popularity. All he asks is your absolute slavery. Yeah, it's pretty, I don't know. He rings in your brain at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Come to my beacon, bitch! And you're like, oh shit, fuck, you're peeing on yourself, yes, master. Yeah, bye-bye life. No more nightlight beer with a girlfriend. You got a master now. That's enjoyable. And to this final phase when you're just doing the double pillars pyramid and you're summoning Azazel, Prince of Hell himself, and he's possessing you and dropping you to the bottom of hell, dissolving your soul to darkness. And what emerges back body and soul to the surface upon the ritual of the glade under the blood moon. It's a demon. So yeah, they're promising you like whoosh, absolute power nerve. Except the trick is that you're not the one having it. You've seen that lake at the bottom of hell, your soul is dissolved, so you're dead at that point. Who gets the power? Yeah, one of these demons that's wearing your body. And fucking everybody with it, doesn't matter. He's a demon, doesn't care about your human body. It's really fun. Yeah, having fun with losing. That's the part they don't tell you. Basically, that you don't have a life anymore. You're either a slave or you're dead. Yeah, before the society, you're like, whoo. Wow. Billions of dollars, every dream you want, and yachts and private planes, and immortal, seemingly, success on the silver screen of Hollywood. But you're Baphomet's bitch. or you're dead. Well, you know, I'd like to go this way. So, I get a girlfriend. Yeah, some nice girl. And for some stupid reason, her house catches fire. I'm like, you know, shit fit of panic. I just came to date or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Her house is burning. And I hear her screaming inside with flames and everything. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. You know that? What is the name of that dog? It's a cartoon dog. I don't know. Anyhow, it was saying like with a pouty face, the things I do for love. Anyhow, that's the point. So I run into this, and I'm like, gotta have to save this bitch. And I'm running in the house of flames, and I know my clothes are starting to catch fire. I'm desperate now, I don't know what the fuck to do. Who the fuck just beeped on the phone? And she's in a burning bedroom. I don't know what the fuck to do, but I've heard the sirens coming, and there's the fire department. And for some reason, she has like this baldachin, like something, you know, those medieval beds, because man, she's pretty that way. And the bed's put against the window, you know, reading in bed in soft mattress with light of the piano, the sky and everything, you know, romanticism. And now everything's burning, and there's the window, and there's a friggin' bed, and there's she by the fucking armchair, and I don't know what it is burning. What the flying fuck to do with this? So, looking around, I just hit the corner of my eyes. I spot those firemen bringing one of those big, I don't know, round, like, t-shirt thingies they hold with strong hands for people to jump out the windows. I'm saying, yeah, that's the only way. So I just, with all I have, well, back in my dream or in the past, because now it's a little difficult, I just grab the bitch and smash her through the window, and as I do that, the fucking baldachin just burning falls on me, and I'm frying and dead. She falls on the fucking blanket and escapes and something. I don't care. Get ready for it. But I died for love! Being a loose bitch, that's for idiots. Wow. I know what the asshole forms. You see a little Schnupsianta. You've never really met her. No, one of the loosest things is her. Ahava. Why does that work? This is gonna surprise you. So technically, the first language on the planet, the language of Genesis, of Adam and Eve, was Paleo-Hebrew. And in that language, names can be read in two forms. Their vibrational form, which is the power of the words, and their grammatical forms, because you see, in that language, in ancient Hebrew, in original Hebrew, everything is meaning, and sense within sense, and meaning within meaning. It's extremely complicated, and that's what we're doing. Anyhow, from grammatical reading, the Father of Heaven's name, it's just one name, would be... Okay, well, let's remember the basics. Now, I'm not teaching you religion. Fuck religion. I fuck it too. I don't care. It's a bunch of lies. Well, out of purpose. The basic. What's written in the Genesis. And although I mean, mighty one, they decided to make man in his image, and they did so of male part and female part. They made man. So what's the joke here? Well, since the body seems like a stinking thing, ugly, like seems to have been built somewhat later, so those are the souls that are made in God's image, and it is even written plainly that we are round since He is round. Yeah, soul and the infinite. So what's the feminine part of God? You all heard of the Father here, the Father that, the Father up, and the Father down, but what's the feminine part? Well, if you look at the grammatical reading of the name of the Father of creation, it would be the tetragrammaton read as Yah-ha-va. Now, the interesting thing is that besides the first letter, Ah-ha-va, or Hava, in Hebrew, is the word that stands for love. And one of these girls, like medal, like pinned on the chest, medal, quality emotions, representative, it's empathy, complete, profound understanding by putting itself or herself or vulnerable in you and understanding completely. Empathy, empath. Yes, Sonia, did you just understand everything about where you come from? And why is the dumbest idea to get on in all this dark stuff? You are a child sent by she who lives in the heart of the Father of creation. Dum. Now go to dark magic, I don't give a shit. Honestly. Why is Lucy trying so hard to corrupt you? Simple. Simplest thing in the world. You know what's a bottom line, like end of awakening capacity? Keep in mind, Lucy is called the father of lies. Manipulating the world through lies and deceit. Right. At the end of the opening of the capacities, every single empath of every single type has clear cognition. So here's that poem of yours is just so stupidly dumb. Why? That one with a library, with a shelf that leads into another library of all the hidden knowledge. Cha. Snoopsy, listen. So, as an empath, when your capacities are fully awakened, which they'll never be now that you're going from love into darkness, which I see that in your material on Instagram, you gain the ability to do this. So, let's figure it out. So what is Sonia's? What is Sonia's most upsetting? Like darkness or skeleton in the closet. What's really bothering her? Like most of all. Not necessarily the most intense emotion or the darkest or the most scary. The one that's really pissing Sonia off. Give me knowledge. Loneliness. Choose it. Yes, we can just fish the truth from the dimension of information. Empath. Clear cognition. We don't need anyone to tell us the truth. We can just request it. From the dimension of information. Data. That's it. I wanna know. Yep, I just remembered something I never learned. Clear cognition. Truth. Pure, crystal clear truth. Now, truth, lie, truth, lie. Who would be most fucking interested to destroy, corrupt, pervert, blacken, filthy up, and shove down empaths? I don't know. I'm thinking. I am a thing. I'm not getting it. It's not rockers, man. It's like, fuck it, I don't really get it. This is stupid. Oh yes, the father of lies! That's it, lie, truth, all that bullshit. Do you really think he's gonna favor you? Stupid. He wants to kill you because you're his biggest threat. Enjoy. Oh, cigarette. Excuse me. No, don't excuse me. Or excuse me, or don't excuse me, or... It's a free world, what? Here's what you can do. That's really nice. Let me vent it for you. What did you know? Ah, fuck, what the... Oh, man. Felix, can you just be a little more careful with that, superimposed images? Fuck it. Right. Shit. My throat's between some pieces of wood. That's better. Now it's with a skull on the trees. Yeah, the fuck is that gonna light from the first attempt? I have no idea. Do it. This bitch. That's when you got all dressed in red, I knew it! You're going to fuck! Fuck you. Oh, that's how much you love me, right? Now you're apologizing. No, except... Yeah. So what's up with me, you're asking? I don't know how to explain. I'm a Hyoka dude. I'm a crazy clown. My job as an empath of the Hyoka type is to fuck up people's psyche so they break the bad patterns. And while they're all in smithereens, splinterings, I know, what do you call when you smash a plate? Down, shards. You can shake up the bad stuff, which is no longer, it's all broken up and no longer cohesive. And just, fucking more violence. And just, build up the thinking again. That's my job, to fuck up bad patterns of thinking through stupidity. I mean, yep, you've seen it till now. Quiet. It's just walking upon the city. It's really peaceful. There's a turtle dog singing. There's some children in the distance. lamp and I can fill it to pieces for one intelligence. Well, of course I did. I fucked the city with the ironic blessing for a fucking week. You didn't have any chance. Oh yeah! Ooh, ow. Yeah, one of the things Lucy's teaching you. You know that bullshit bitch that always fucks things up and brags a lot about my this, my that, just as that bullshit shit stuff up there. Well, that god asshole or something. That's not fictional. For that we gotta get in position and tilt the camera or something. That's gotta be complicated. Excuse my stupid arm. Now let's put it in the fire. That's fancy. Now how do you do this? Come on, Felix, get your head under the force. That should be good. No, not in the bushes. No, it's not in the bushes. Yeah, I got a tree above your head. You got a wood in your nose again, dude. Fuck it. It's just proper for a yoga. Chaos. And that's it. As a creature of order, should I explain it that? Chaos? That is no fucking way. But let's fantasize about it. 47 minutes, 20 seconds. So, imagine a cow that shifts into a non-existent light bulb made of peach peel. You know, the fruit peach plant, the peel of it with the little fluff on it, and then shifts into an octa-dimensional dog bark that never began to happen, only to be only at the end as a frog made of metallic wood. Shadow wood. And that had no shadow. Because it must have. And they does not have. How to explain chaos? It's simple. In chaos everything is concept. Why? This is the only way for things to both exist and not exist in the same time, and to exist in every form they can be and none of it in the same time. That's chaos. The best visual representation of chaos? Did you see those old TVs when there was no station tuned in and they just had static on the screen? That's chaos for you. Now chaos, even it needed to sort of exist. You see, there is a form of state which is basically implied, which is nullity, nothingness. And in order, what the fuck is with more jellos? Yeah, hey, yoga stuff. So, in order for chaos to succeed, to exist, non-existing, it needed a glue, if you want. That glue. Now, you know, chaos is the primordial state. So it's simply put everywhere. There are no conceivable limits. For a thing that big, it required an equally big and absolutely absolute, I don't call it a power of force or something. Now what does, at conceptual level, bring things together? attraction. Have you seen the magnets when you close them? Yep. Simple. Attraction. So she was, calling her she. She was, for a reason, so she was limitless in every possible sense to hold together chaos that limitless in every possible sense and non-existent in the same time, so you kind of figure out what was there going on there in there chaos. Little stupid tiny concept like I don't know, I need to do this with the webcam. Like, this fucking tiny. However, endlessly savage, with a might and a wrath, that no matter how small it was, just an idea, just a concept, was raging so hard, it would echo through the entire limitless scales. That was the possibility of to be existence. Now, what is existence? Well, opposite from chaos, existence is simply the state where, for the duration of their usefulness, I think, things just are stable. They stay the same. I mean, just look at the planet. Like, scientists, I suppose, say that our planet Earth is, I don't know what they say, 4 billion years old. Whatever. I'm not a big advocate for science because basically science is the only science of science that says I'm scientifically correct and my ultimate answer to the ultimate questions of the universe is I just don't fucking know, basically. Yeah, well for you, good for your science. You just warm my heart. Yes. Fraction. Existence trying to become itself. You hearing me? Oh, thank you. So, she was like, what the fuck is with the echoing power? Why is that so savage? So, brought something of her center closer. He was the male force raging on muscle and testosterone trying to become. And she was like, I like this dude. It was awesome. Look at him. Just a speck and ripping apart a whole house. I'm fucking this guy. Right? So, alright, but how do I do that? I don't have body parts. So, why do I give this dude? Because now, you out of love you give. Well, that's the only thing I got. That's me. She merged with him. The possibility of existence. No charge. With her power. Sad. In one timeless speck. All infinite just existed now. Stupid fucking hair, where did I get it from? And infinite. Plus infinite frequencies, all the dimensions. A dimension. So let's say Earth vibrates at 15 hertz, usually. Except 2020 August when she just blew up at 10,000 hertz. It was painful. Universe vibrates at frequency between, let's say theoretically between 0, our 0 hertz, and let's be generous, a billion hertz, right? That interval of frequencies of vibration, that's a dimension. If you understand that a dimension is basically a segment of vibration, then you'll understand why in the same endlessness and infinity, from plus infinite to minus infinite, absolutely all infinite dimensions can exist in the same space. And why you develop, like, you really fucked up spiritual awakening, you're gonna see all sorts of creatures of light and darkness crawling around you. There's no dangers. You're just tuning into the multi-frequency, into the multi-dimensions, and you're seeing animals that are not vibrating in your frequency. They're higher, they're lower, and they're living in the same space. They've always been here. They did nothing to you, but they can't even touch you, basically. It's just your awakened spirit can now perceive them. It's simple. Like, I don't know, perhaps in some, I don't know, 538 quintillion hertz frequency, there's a planet passing through a planet now, and they don't do nothing to each other. Their vibrational shifts are so different, they just simply don't exist in theory for each other. That's what I mentioned. Maybe it's infinite. So, I don't know. Scientists don't know, and spirit is not tuned for that magnitude, so, but I think I can dream about it. What if the Big Bang, our universe, our 13 light years, billion light years across cloud of galaxies, is just a cloud? And some, I don't know, 15 billion light years away from it, there's another cloud, and there's an endlessness of clouds. Who knows? You know, there's this theory of the macrocosm and the microcosm. Well, everything is patterned from the small to the absolute, in exactly the same patterns. But from the biggest to the smallest, it's all a reflection of the others. So it's all the same if you look at it. What if, just as you see clouds on the sky, in our dimension between 0 and our 15 billion hertz, that's actually an endless infinite sky of universe clouds, universes, you know, just dumplings floating in the chicken soup. Anyhow, the dark chicken soup. Oh, by the way, did you know Leonard Cohen, one of the most wonderful singers in the world, and greatest singer of love, and great poet, musician, and composer, one of the few who does his entire art form. Writing the lyrics, it's actually a poem, to composing the music, to directing it, and orchestrating it, singing it, and everything. It just creates from A to Z his entire art, and it's love, and it's all about God, and everything is actually a very devout Luciferian. Figure that. So, I don't know if he's alive anymore. I don't know, he's old anyway. Yeah, that's fun reality. So, back on track. So, think of this. There's this comparison between our 0 hertz to our 15 billion hertz. And there's up to the infinite, and there's down to minus infinite, and there's endless. And it's round, so it's actually a sphere. Infinite sphere, infinity is. What's the only rule of it? The only rule of it is that everything that exists in it, it's in a stable form. It doesn't shift, it doesn't vanish, it doesn't fuck itself up. That's it. It just stays for its duration like that. And by totality, the spiral sphere doesn't change. It's immutable. The existence exists through itself, through existence. Ahaya, ashe, ahaya. I am that which I am. Simple. I exist before I exist, because I exist. It's existence. It's just what it is, man. it's a good thing, you know. It's the real rap shit, the rap stuff. Like, nah, that's my rap, dude. That's how I'm doing it. That's how we roll. You know, that's his thing. Exist, right? So let's think about this guy. Buffalo. What's with Buffalo? That's a little problem with this stuff. What's the little problem? Oh, let me not pass over that. Right. I began on this with the grammatical form of the name of the father of creation, which happens to be creation itself, so whatever. The YHWH in its grammatical form as you read it by grammaticity is Yahava, and Ahava is the name of love. Attraction, when joined with will, became love. Because now it had a soul, so it's not just force anymore. That soul, sentience, existence, self, I don't know, selfness. What do you call it? So, at one point, time hadn't been invented yet. This dude, in existence, I am, he kind of scratched his, infinities and said, alright, so that's the problem. That's the problem. So the first problem is I'm fucking infinite. So if I have to, I have infinities of planets and galaxies and solar system with infinities of living species, how the flying fuck am I, an infinite entity, going to just go down on a tiny little planet to speak to a little gray skin or, I don't know, Syrian, yeah, from Sirius, or Atlantean, or how did I do this? How did I get a fucking eternity to fit before some dude 2 meters high on a stupid little speckless planet? And I got infinity, so what the fuck do I do? Well, fucking I'm creation, so let there be messengers! Woo! Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. So, messengers. Greek angels, like angels, if you figure that. Souls, 3 meters wide, of energy. Humans are about 2 meters. The aura, the soul. And that have extreme powers in order to act as his messengers through the infinities of his creation. And androids, basically. And now you said now, right? But when I want to technically come myself before them, I'm not gonna choose this fluffy feathered, stupid little everyday labor angel or something. Or what the fuck is that? Like, who am I? Like, I'm everything and I'm gonna use just a fluff star in a white robe and some fluffy wings. That's stupid, man. It doesn't represent it. Alright, so what do I do? So I'm infinity stars, black holes, galaxies, novas, gas clouds, eternities, frequencies. So what if I pour all my beauty in one single soul that I create? So when that soul stands before them, they will see the entire beauty of existence. A messenger of my own presence. Good idea. But he needs like this really awesome name, like this mysterious and delicate and a little scary and nice and cool and modern. Like everything in once. Ayesha, the morning star. That's some name for the angel of my presence. Whoa, chill. Whoa. Oh, shut up, Yahoo! No, no, shut up and think. So, self-reflection is actually really fucked up. And to be my personal angel, I'm gonna have to shove a shitload of power into this guy. I can't just send a cripple to represent me. So how can I do that? Oh yeah, well, that's it. Infinite wisdom, all that shit. So before I create him, I give him a little handicap. Smart handicap. So how am I doing it? So there is this little poison called pride. You see that poison is fucked up and totally neutralized by love, and you have the will existence attraction. Here's love who gives a shit. So as long as this almost all powerful angel stays in communion with my love, pride is inert, doesn't do anything, just slips there like a stupid down extra grip or something like a, what is it, you know when kids in the womb just grow up in fetus, they have vestigial gills for a while, since the phases when they were fish. Yeah, that was pride this time, vestigial little stupidity. Except it can only be moderated by love. So if you open the dual cut echo to itself Luciferian flower of life that feeds upon itself, its poles, instead of the flower of life which feeds from the center, from eternity, into all its elements, and they all become oneness. Well, the stupid idiot is gonna get poisoned himself more and more with pride, and it's gonna blind him and fuck him up all to hell, and it's gonna become basically what you can call in human terms a psychiatrically ill individual. Schizophrenia much. So yeah, that's a thing that works. So then behold, with a let it be, speaks into existence this angel. And oh, the stars on the sky, behold it. He was just perfection itself. There was not a single flaw in the morning star. Just like beauty itself, the beauty of the absolute. You would just look upon him and your heart would start to cry of humility before him. And yeah. Now, nobody was really told amongst humans what the flying fuck happened there at that moment, because what was the guy's motivation? Because he's lying about it and the father's not saying anything about it, and the rest of the angels are obeying the big dude, and nobody knows jack shit except Raziel, but that's under bondage with father and doesn't give a shit, so nobody basically knows except the father and Lucy himself. What the fuck happened that Lucy figured out? Snaps it. I'm gonna try the Luciferian path. I'm gonna try. You see, the Luciferian path is the Luciferian path, but it was called the Morning Star. And Lucifer means the shiny one. So the shiny one is an aspect of his personality. As a morning star, he is the opener of the way before the coming of the light of heavens, before the sun, the announcer of the sun, he who stands before the presence of eternity. The morning star is noble, word is a noble name. It means he who represents the absolute self. Lucifer is just, oh, look at me, I have a fucking Prada purse and I did my fingernails. It's vanity. The Luciferian path, the path of self-reflection, the dual flower of life that feeds from one pole to another upon itself, means the cutting from love and becoming one within yourself by feeding yourself from yourself and being your two centers, which is actually, how to put it kindly, split personality much? Oops, did I say that out loud? Okay, so, what happened next? Well, it's basically simple. What happens if you get more and more insane? You just landslide into the most utter darkness. You see, a little secret about all this is that humans aren't really evil. We like the pleasures of evil. We have the knowledge of how to perform evil, and we like how it makes us feel. But we are not evil. We're just morally dirty, if you want. It's like being dirty. You just cleanse yourself and wash, just have a take a spiritual shower, and bingo, you're clean, no problem. In the basest form. But I wish I'd have that editing software of now let me talk about guy that just flashed like a bird on the screen right now. It's fun. But what happens is that at that point when Lucy tried and actually succeeded, the Luciferian double floor of life, the creator said, hey, Ahava, babe, come here. So I got a problem. Like these angels are robots, I have fucking androids, they're not part of me, dude. It's just creations like the I don't know. I need children. And basically the only way to have children, flesh of your flesh, when what you truly are is spirit, is to create spirits of your spirit. So how you do that? You create them just like in magic, in symbolism, in as a reflection, and a microcosm of the macrocosm, and in that microcosm, 2 meters wide, you put in the center a drop of your very self. Bingo! Children. And yeah, I suppose they wanna fuck and I don't drink alcohol. Yeah, just build them some shitty fucked up flesh bodies. Whatever. I wanna hump. Alright, so yeah, well the creator is all sacred and stuff, set apart, whatever, so yeah, he doesn't put it in the stars. I'm a clown, I can do that. I can be stupid about it. Plant. But that's the thing. I check, I'm actually having volume here inside. Nah, it's okay. So, after all that, in a sort of a fit of wisdom, he said, nah. So if I smack him in something like Andromeda, the galaxy, smack in the middle, like between the most brilliant, like light years across hyper white stars, even those kids are gonna get in their stupid shitty head like they're gods and whatnot and all that stupidity. Nah. So what's that? That's pretty bad. A little purple, a little white, Milky Way galaxy. Look at that shitty corner. And there's a little star, and about 9-10 planets. There's 2 rings of meteorites, asteroid rings, and there's a Ceres planet in there. Yeah, that's humbling enough for the todos because learn to behave and grow up and shit. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I descended upon Earth. I'm basically spirit because these animals. And form human souls, shoved their dirty bodies, and that was it. But he had like this fucked up weird plan to basically have his kids in either of two states. So what were those? Either they begin pure and stay pure, or if they would learn to fap and fucking yes and like it and everything, they'd pretty much have to learn to fight evil on their own terms, because yeah, whatever. If they wanna touch evil, then they have to learn how to fucking solve the problem themselves. And then he told his endless star upon his endless universes, his endless galaxies and dimensions, the stars of the sky, their souls, the angels, the messengers. Behold, O my children. Those were like, hell, so what? Those monkeys? Shut up, fluffy bitch. Yeah, those monkeys. For I am. What? What do you want, dog? So, behold the beloved children of my heart. You shall bow to them and respect them. And here's what's the problem. Now you see, in the flower of life, in communion, the universal oneness, eternal oneness, his messengers was actually seeing the monkeys, us, okay, through his heart and through that through his eyes. Basically, they were perceiving humans in the way he was perceiving his children. They're, angels are so rampant. Basically, you can't speak angelic languages, not because you can't learn the words. Basically simple, you can find books, I can find you books to do that. You can't, because when a perfect entity of pure energy and light, like an angel, soul of purity, speaks to another one, to another angel, what happens is that their words, their vibration, actually send their memories and their emotions and their opinion of that. It's a full, complete, perfect package of information with everything from the basest, what I think about it, to the deepest core emotion of it. So sure, you can speak sounds, but you can't speak like an angel. So at that moment, however, Lucy was separate. He was within the Luciferic flower, dual flower of life. So in that state of vanity, when he told this absolutely perfect angel, hey, Shtustikov, you shall bow down and obey those dudes out down there on this stinky little planet in the corner of this shitty little galaxy, somewhere lost in the southeastern quadrant of a stupid little Big Bang universe. Some pieces of nothing on a piece of nothing, for they are my children, I love them. The morning star, having become Lucifer, he was like, hell, are you fucking shitting me? Those things shit poop and it stinks! I have to bow down to them? Are you crazy? And I was like, dude, sorry, but my wisdom is eternal. What do you want? I mean, am I supposed now to explain eternally expanding myself, evolving, and retracting at the same time, the spiral sphere, do you do it? It's just a light bulb, you wouldn't understand. And at that point, seeing himself as perfection itself, having to just, in his perception, humiliate himself before stinking shit pooping monkeys. Lucy won that shit. I was like, what the flying fuck, Yahoo? What's the fucking thing about? I'm perfection, dude. Are you crazy? And he started hating us like really big. What he did was like to rally all angels that he could and wage a big fucking war in that limit of frequencies between I don't know how many range of frequencies, which is dimension which is called heaven, where now the creator chose to sort of form like a physical form and also build this endless dimension of I don't know, his personal palace or something. Whatever. For the flaming sapphire throne. Yeah. So there goes Lucy, who is wrapped up in himself in the duality, and yeah, it's Daijito, remember? The yin and yang. And he starts talking to the other angels. Dude, it's what the same fuck. I mean, look at yourself. I mean, look what you're doing. Look at you, like, you have rainbow feathers, like you're, and it's made of energy. Actually, they're made of light. They're not actually made of thinking whatever keratin and stuff. And what's your clothes? You're clothed in light, and every little molecule of your energetical existence, which is not even material molecular perfection. Have you smelled those monkeys sweat when they sweat? Are you guys stupid? How can you put up with that? And he's corrupted of the infinite angels. So a third of them, basically. Now thinking is kind of figured it out by now. Now strategies, cunning, my wickedness, all that, blah, 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 blah. And just, yeah, okay. Let's bring on the gorilla. And waged war in the dimension of heaven, angel against angel. And his severedness from the oneness, he didn't figure it out that, you know, Daddy wanting to actually, well, basically win the war, he would feel his angels, his loyal angels, those mighty angels forward, you know, and that's the third, and wickedness and cunningness and everything, but, ow, what the flank, jeez, dash, whatever. So, maybe I should tilt the camera. That works better. Well, Lucy and his infinite third of the angels that came to his side, they got their asses handed to them. Oh, let me tell you about a guy. His name, and it's also an android basically. His name is Mikael. M-I. Yeah, the comma. Why is it not comma? It's like hyphen basically. M-I-K-A-A-L. Mikael. Mikael is an archangel. Like, you know, the creatures got like some main dudes, and those are Mikael. First of all, is general. It's basically that, you know, creation is like busy, you know, with all infinities and stuff. Doesn't have time to wage wars, so he filled some dude angel with basically an in oneness and connection, fill him with all the absolutely motherfucking divine power. That guy's a bad motherfucker. And I know it's a wrong way of expressing it, but that's how you put it in a cowboy movie. He's a bad motherfucker. That's Mikhail, the leader of the creature's armies. Then there's Raphael. Oh, as humans call him, he's Medic. And there's Gabriel, the Archangel of Wisdom. I don't know, what was the fourth? Oh, Uriel. I don't know what Uriel really does, I don't remember, I never talked to the guy. And an angel that shouldn't be named, but some wowos found out it's Raziel. Raziel is something special, you see, when the creator is concocting up his twisted inside out fucked up plans, you know, the spiral sphere. He's sitting at a little Lavazza espresso in the sky with Raziel, and that's the only being that actually knows his secrets. Oh no, he ain't telling, so don't try. Yeah, those are the biggest main ones. Oh yeah, I asked the father when I was almost dying to send me Raphael, and that was the scariest day of my life, the power of that dude. Shit, man. I don't know what Lucy can do to me, but I don't want to piss off Raphael. I don't. Trust me on that one. Right. Do you know he literally has given, Raphael was given power of all physicality, especially living physicality. Basically everything that's flesh in a form, from the tiniest RNA microvirus to the most awesome creatures that float somewhere in some space, in some universe among the planets. Now Star Wars is something, have you seen those floating space whales? They can just dictate Raphael to their flesh, to diatomize, to cease to exist, to disperse into energy. Just tell you, in the name of Yahweh, cease to exist. Wave of energy, you know. You pop like a soap balloon. I was just fapping, dude. Huh. Yeah. I don't want to piss off Raphael. When I'm still a piece of flesh, I don't want to piss off that guy. Yeah. These dudes are messing with really shit stuff. What has happened? And what's the biggest lie of the father of lies, you know, the Baphomet dude? Is that how powerful he is. Why? Well, you see, basically 90-95% of an angel's power is from the communion. It basically draws power, funnels power from existence. He just drinks the soul of the creator within him and empowers him. That's the lie, because you see, Lucy and his folks, his angels, co-angels, have just themselves rely upon. So whatever residual power are left with, they're just basically spirits that can twinkle, wiggle, some magic. What's magic? But you see, for the just order of reality, laws are immutable. They're like jail bars made of titanium. You can't change them. That's existence, it's stability. For magic doesn't break rules. For magic, laws are like a rubber and stretch and slither between them. That's magic. Just bend laws. You don't really break them. It's a trick, basically. So you see, bottom line, base form. So, divine law says that if you achieve perfect spiritual purity, if you achieve perfect faith, and within your energy, if you can manifest your size 2 meters of the shape of energy waving of the spiral sphere, just like some species manifest America about to teleport to existence, you have absolute divine power. And at your level of a human, basically, or human soul, you can command reality just like the creator can. Maybe you won't shift infinities, but you can tell the solar system, hey dude, I don't like you like this. What? It's here too empty. Let there be 50 planets! That's better, bitch. That's simple. If your energy flows in purity and perfection within the spiral sphere shape. What's magic? When within some residual faith, as much as you can master as a human, you call in your aid spirits that are not within righteousness. Otherwise they wouldn't obey you, they would obey the creator. Which are all two families. One family is Lucifer's corrupt angels, the fallen ones, and the other family is the first demons, Lilith's children, which are not exactly demons, they're monsters or something. And they also command this under layer of the fallen souls, which are humans or other shapeless extraterrestrial souls that have darkened themselves beyond redemption. And they are the dark souls, the spirits that some stupid little inexperienced witches that went too far in their stupidity. It's not your case now, you're doing it okay. I don't know, I've heard stories when they've opened certain dimensional gates and they didn't know what to do with those, and a dimensional gate is a multi-dimensional infinite tunnel. So they've opened like one gate, and they all reflected upon each other and opened the infinity tunnel. And what it did, in their stupidity, they called a familiar from some level of existence they wanted. I want this guy because there's awesome things like this obsidian bill or something. Well, the daughter didn't realize that if you open an infinite up and down dimensional tunnel reflecting upon itself, you gotta fucking close it, dude. What's gonna happen if you're living in a countryside, like a busy village, and you just open the door to your house and just walk away to the center of the village and, I don't know, have a beer at the pub, and the door of your house is just wide open? There are some shifty dudes that are gonna walk in to see what they can be stolen, right? Same thing. You open a tunnel upon reflecting mirrors. Well, you got your familiar witch, but close the fucking tunnel because all kinds of fucked up, twisted, mind-fucked spirits are gonna go in there. And don't ask me. Like 2 years later, your house is gonna be so haunted by all kinds of insanities and entities that you can't even understand, less control, that they're gonna just find you rotten in the attic, half mummified 20 years later, and people are gonna wonder what the fuck happened here, dude. I mean, look at this half mummified, half rotten cadaver. It's got not a single wound on her. Well, sorry, but you opened the omni-dimensional tunnel and you didn't close it. Yeah, all kinds of shittery came through. Yeah, that's what a lot of witches did to themselves. Because they don't learn proper technique before messing with such shit. They're like, oh my god, I'm burning some candles, I'm doing a pantry, I'm doing this shit, I'm killing a chicken. Oh, I've opened that gate. Oh my god, I'm getting a nice little familiar. Yeah, have you closed it after? Or have you? I'll do that. Oh, that's done? What if you want to be a witch, learn before doing it? witchcraft is improvisation, if you want, piracy. Like in any criminal world, you have to learn the rules before you start trying to be a boss. It's just going there with some shitty little black market bought $20 hand pistol and start shooting mafia bosses. It doesn't work that way. That's the problem. A lot of witches aren't taught. Consequences. That's what they're taught. Consequences. It will surprise you, empath witchy, that not even the basic motherfucking threefold rule is taught to witches today. A lot of them. What is the threefold rule? The basic rule of bending, shifting of the laws of Azazelian magic. Because Azazel, Lucifer's first lieutenant, was tasked with giving witchcraft to women. Disenfranchised women and everything. To seduce them with power. What you do, what you send out, will come back to you thrice, 3 times over, and 3 times not as nice. Let me repeat. What you send out will come back to you thrice, 3 times over, and 3 times not as nice. Learn it, witchy? Yeah, that's what you're doing yourself. Every time you're performing a nice little candle ritual, you are exposing yourself to the third fucking Newtonian law. Each action has an equal and opposite reaction. Wake up. Wanna do all kinds of bullshittery in black and white and green and polka dot, yellow polka dot, purple Pinterest magic? Good. We got free will, or whatever that thing actually is. Go ahead, do it. Consequences. Are you willing to put up with the consequences? Then go crazy. Have fun. Go ahead. I don't care. Yes, that is the number 1 A letter, bottom law of magic. The threefold rule. Wake up. You are taking upon yourself the consequences of what you are doing. Once you understood that, and can live with what happens to you for what you're doing, you can do everything you want. And let me give you an advice, Sonia. See, there was this witch. I tried befriending her. I'm a tolerant dude. I don't give a shit about whose inclination with it. I mean, like, if the 33rd degree first lieutenant of Lucifer comes to me and says, hey dude, let's have a beer, and tries to talk me and all that, I say, sure man. I don't know, who's buying me or you? It's okay. I don't give a fofo. I'll tell you why. The point is, this witch, teenager of all things, she tried to do that dance of stupidity. That's nothing to do with magic, it's just how stupid people are educated these days. What is that? It's simple. You see, when you find an interesting person and you say, I can find some usefulness, let's think in female terms. Women think of how useful something is for them, what benefits they get. That's the bottom line of female thinking. It's what I can get out of it. And when you find a person like that, say, I can have a use for that person. What you do then is you cultivate a certain bigger or smaller level of bond, okay? Well, social connection. But that needs to be cultivated. How do you do that? It's very simple. So if you want to keep a person around, well, there's basically two basic rules of politeness. When you are directly messaged or asked a question, you don't leave that person hanging. You don't ghost them. Within a reasonable amount of time, you reply. And if you can't, I don't know, your mother got ill, you have to be in another city for 2 months with her in the hospital, it's understandable. People got trouble in life. Once you became able once again to connect with that person, you tell the person, like, I'm sorry, girl, but this is what happened. I was with my mother in the hospital, I didn't have time for anything else. And that's politeness. They're gonna understand. They're gonna say, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, I understand you now. Okay. That's how you respect a friend. And the other, second, is reflecting care, even if you don't have it. How you do that? You check in once in a while. I don't know, once a week, once 2 weeks, you just say, hi, how are you doing? That's it. It's that fucking simple. What people do today, they treat other people like shit. They're ghosting them, like they're whizzing them, like dissing them off, and they're like doing all kinds of whimsical, stupid, fuck behavior on the other person's, and they're still expecting the other persons to lick the soles of their feet for, oh my god, what precious they are. Dude, if I make a little cut in you, and I make a little cut in me, we both bleed red. And if we're going toilet near toilet in some restaurant, both of our shit stink, dude. You're not more precious than I am. So sure, maybe as a girl you're more beautiful. Well, hail to you, but what? How big is that? What big of a difference? Like what? 10%? Chill it, okay? Not that much. That's the problem. So what happened? What happened when I'm saying all this background? Well, basically, this girl, I'm not gonna point fingers at names. I'm just gonna go anonymous on it for the discretion. So you meet like, hanging out where people gather in some bar terrace, like 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And at one point, I don't know what business she had. She never explained, you never used that rule of politeness. Like, and for some days, I was just screaming at her whole networks and messages, dude, what the fuck is up with you? What's going on? That's what friends do, they care. Nothing. Zilch, ghosting. Now, you see the opposite, the nothingness of, the non-existence of caring, of giving a shit, or even love. It's not hate. Hate is wounded. Love or caring or affection is when someone hurt you. And if you have good reason, you fucking hate that bitch. Even if that bitch is a male or something. Hate is pain, basically. Pain of love. But indifference is the death of love. Even Tudor Kirill, another little piece of shit under the stairs, Romanian Luciferian, is actually saying that in the song Anna. Like, in love, indifference is the hardest. So it's basically when you don't give a shit about the other person anymore. And they're like, well, why the fuck am I loving you after all? What do people do when you treat them like that? They're like, okay, I got no more business around here. Nobody wants me. So sure, I'll just be polite and walk away. That's what I did. I left a lost message and I said like, sorry dude, like, That's what you give me to understand, because you just didn't give a shit about any message for like days on end. And all you have taken, nobody doesn't fucking have 5 minutes while smoking a cigarette to open up the phone. What is this bitch right? Let's type this. I'm busy. TTYL. Leaving a chance for our next talk connection. And well, that took 30 seconds. Yeah, fuck off bitch, back to my cigarette. That's simple. Nobody does not have that kind of time. Ever. Nobody's like 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds per minute, 1000 milliseconds per second, perfectly, untouchably busy. That's just stupidity. It's borderline on madness. Everybody's got 5 minutes while smoking a cigarette to maintain contact with a person they can find useful for some shit. Basic rule. So, when a person doesn't give a shit that you're trying to see, that they're trying to see if you're okay, if they're okay, you're free to walk away. They don't care. If they wouldn't have cared, if they would have cared, they wouldn't have wanted to lose a friend. It's basically that simple. So, I left her the last message. Now there were some basically face front thing, is like she was saying, she's playing with her toys. Oh, they weren't Barbies, Those weren't Barbies. One of those stuffs you with hair strands and I don't know, they just stick things in. And well, as I was writing her something in the middle of the night, and pets have a messy sleep schedule because of their overactive brains. I just felt some really fucked up energy. I just got suddenly ill at energy level, and I said, shit. I know who he was. But I'm doing like, somebody's attacking me with black magic. That's fucked up. I tried writing in the name of law. I just tried, like, reaching out one last time to my friend. Like, writing hours on end in the middle of the night with music in the background, trying to compose the most beautiful, long, and the most letter ever. Just so she could see, alright, I got a use for this idiot. Whatever. Yeah, that's simple. And, when I was almost nullified, I just got, okay, enough's enough, I'm almost dying here. Focus on that. Fuck it. She just attacked me. Okay, bitch. You know what your problem is, 15-year-old little witchy? It's the basic problem of all rookies. Before you enter a battle, you study your enemy. Or who you want to make your enemy. You don't just attack everybody. It's just like I'm going in a mafia den and I'm seeing a scrawny guy and I'm gonna punch that skinny bitch in the face. Without knowing, that's the most demanded, twisted, psychotic, lunatic first lieutenant of the mafia boss, because that's an actual shithead that thrives on defying death by entering bloody knife battles. And the next thing, I just punch the guy, he's got like a big bruise on his cheek and he's like, woo, I love this shit. Knife. And 10 minutes later, you're there with a split liver just dying on that. Oh my god, you are so smart and mighty. So, having started like doing magic 1.5 years ago, little 15-year-old witchy, just started punching in the soul with dark energy a guy who was practicing magic at that moment for, let's say, I don't know, I'm bad with math, you do the math, let's say 17 to 43. What happened? Well, once she was a witch. Oh yeah. Oh no, she's not bad. She's okay. Just she's not a witch anymore. She's just a kid now, having fun with friends, trying to do magic that doesn't work anymore. Motherfuckers. But you know what really hurts? It doesn't hurt when somebody's punching you with a sword with darts of energy. It's just a fist fight. What the fuck? Everybody gets bruised each other every now and then. It's life. It hurts when you, with all your cleanest, disinterested sentiments, you give like whatever you can, like basically your, well, borderline slavery. Some person, emotional slavery. And not only they shit on piss on your soul, but they also try to kill you. And you're like, why the flying fuck are you doing that, man? It's pointless. You could have just told me, hey bitch, get the fuck out of here. Walk away. That's simple. 2 words. I don't know. That hurts. Yeah. So. And I met 2 other witches. One of them is really elegant, beautiful witch. She was neither warm nor cold, and by that I mean that she never truly liked me or anything. She was just well educated and polite, but she never harmed me, although she's very capable. And right now she's down neck deep in the dark stuff. And there was another witch who, I don't know, all she did was when I had a chance allow me to help her. Just a little. Just a very little. And for that I offered her all I could. For the duration when she still hasn't decided to do say sayonara, sure. You see, the good witch, where's the empty space? The good witch, the polite witch, elegant witch, and the stupid shithead just got nullified. I mean, sure dude, wanna fight? Yeah, come meet the fucking dragon. Yeah, Neck-dipping, virtual, transparent woods, like, can I kill this alone? Oh yeah, it's already, holy mojito, 1 hour and 54 minutes already, and it's 9:39 p.m. right now. Shit. I kinda actually like this, how the lid of the laptop wobbles and makes this shaking image. It's not like the stupid chaotic thing where the kiddies are holding the phone and don't know how to freaking hold the video camera. It's just a little fluttery. Oh yeah, I love the kids here. It's beautiful. It's even light. Sometimes the fluttering of the wings, a butterfly, echo, variable snowball, to existence and of the other end of the planet, they awaken the mightiest hurricane. That's yes, it's beautiful. Butterfly effect. It's actually real, but it's sort of fucked up and complicated. It talks about self-amplificated forces, or it's not self-amplificating, it talks about compatible forces. Now, if you would not be a slave to darkness and want to learn your kind of magic and create it, you'd have to learn that. You'd have to learn about the laws of affinity. What are those? Well, conceptually, because I haven't delved far into those. Conceptually, certain things naturally attract. Like, for instance, heat attracts cold because they balance each other. And also, heat, when it is fed, it echoes into more heat because heat conceptually likes heat, you see. I mean, what is it? So fire likes itself for being hot or red. It feels pretty, also pretty. So it's not that whatever law of attraction. It's a law of affinity. It's something like between the lovers. You see, the lovers are not that are good together. They're not exactly attracted or anything or whatever. It doesn't even matter. The lovers that truly fit together are actually compatible. That means that each of them are coming together like the north and the south pole of magnets because they each have what the other wants, needs, and lacks. It's compatibility. That's affinity. And if you learn to echo a force through more and more affinity forces, it snowballs. It goes bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's when you manifest. Or yeah, I hate the term manifest. You know, it's a fad. It's a pop culture term. You know, it's like every piece of shit little holding a crystal between their hippie, I don't know, bracelet feet in front of a candle in the backyard and think that, oh my god, I have mastered crystals and the law of attraction and I'm manifesting shit. Ah, fuck. Doesn't work that way, dodos. Just to begin to actuate manifestation as what it actually means, bringing into existence, you have to understand faith. If you're idolizing it, if you're looking at the crystal and you think the crystal is magical, you're not manifesting jack shit. You're just worshipping stones. That's what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to fix my head. The bottom line, initiator, actuator of all this bullshit pop culture manifestation is faith. Is purity of will. When you actually perfectly think or believe or are sure that something will happen, should it be initiated by an action, and the purest and highest form of action is vibration, is voice, is command, it just happens. It begins to be just like that. Whoops! How did that get there? Yeah, this is from a movie. It's a series, Interns. There was this episode. I'm diversing a little humor. So there's this bunch of fresh interns, and they're going on a conference, little conference, in a hospital room or something. And there's this old school professor and medicine professor, like. And he's like asking for a swab from someone's mouth to check for what cells and trying to prove to the student something. Then, one of those social causes girl just offers her help and swabs the lining of her cheek inside the mouth and gives him the swab. He just prepares it on a slide under a microscope and connects the microscope to a projector to put it on the big screen, and he starts showing him the cells in our saliva, and that's like, wow, this is this kind of cell, it has this purpose, and huh, that's a sperm cell. How did that get there? I don't know. She must have manifested it or something. Yeah. Yeah, intro, this is a comedy. Nice series. Now it's not as awesome as Doctor House, but yeah, still works. So now I know some things. And now I suppose it's time to tell you. You see, the utmost power of the empath is compassion. Why would an empath have compassion? Well, it's simple, because by creation, let's just call it like a bit down, synthetic about it, inorganic about it. By the perfect understanding of an empath, of the capacity to feel another empath, another person's soul, subconscious, hidden memory and emotions that not even the person is realizing consciously. The empath can, through tasting those emotions and empathizing, so putting themselves in the other person's soul, can perfectly understand them, and that means they can have perfect compassion, perfect caring, and that caring, giving, support is the ultimate. It's not the ultimate, really. It's the fundament, if you want, of love, Hava. And you know that in love, in a Hava, what was it? I think it was Hav, or Hav itself. It means to give. Bottom line, to give. So the absolute of the absolute, when the absolute of attraction had to give even the tiniest thing, the only thing she could have given attraction was the ultimate sacrifice, her own existence. So, thus, an empath has the capacity of both loving perfectly through understanding and compassion, and empathizing, knowing what happens to the other person truly, and knowing the truth. Now, if you're a witch, this is probably gonna like kiss you off and bore you, and you're gonna say like, Felix, just don't tell me such filthy things. Now, I'm trying to prove a point, and I'm gonna be fast and sterile about it, not to bother you with. So, when the son was asked, well, what is the biggest commandment? Because the law of God has, I don't know, like almost 700, if you want it. Top of them being the 10 commandments, and all those lawyers, basically teachers of the law, they asked him, what's the biggest commandment? He said, no, I'm not going to repeat it, I'm just going to say the bottom line. Love God, or actually the name, and love each other. And the son's closest friend, John, maybe, whatever, the apostle, said, like flat out stated it, God is love. You know, attraction, having become soul and one with him, and the vibration of the first word. The vibration is the word, the sun. And they are one. So So now I get it, you stupid little chick, why Lucifer would do everything in his power to fucking corrupt you, filthy you, and destroy you. And yes, he's seducing you with this bullshit witchcraft. So let me tell you a story from my existence. It's a simple story. So it's like, I don't know, maybe a week ago. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago. No, yeah. 2 weeks ago, let's say. I don't give a crap about my memory anyway. I live in the moment. So, about 2 weeks ago, I was really pissed with stuff and I was asking a lot of shit. Chief amongst them was that the dude would fucking cleanse the city at, I don't know, some level. It wasn't necessarily spiritual, I wasn't asking for awakening. And asking for rain. And it had been raining on and off for about a week now. It's just kept on starting showers and rains and everything, and it wouldn't stop. At one point, I still like those sticks. Yeah. At one point, this girl I cared for, she was like, dude, oh man, it's raining and I want to go out in the sun with my friends. I'm shit poor. Like, right now, as I'm shooting this, if I'm thinking a little around the house, the mind's eye, and no longer use ashtrays, there's like probably 6 coins of 5 buying. And some of the refrigerators, there's 3 coins of 10 buying. And that's it. All the money I have. You gather them up, you don't even buy a cigarette. So I somehow scrounged up enough for those automated machines coffee, and I begged on the street for like a couple of cigarettes. Now, if you approach people looking clean and talking very polite, they're not gonna think you're a filthy hobo who just wants to profit off them. They're gonna think like, yeah, sure, this guy like wasted his salary or something, and now he just needs a fucking cigarette. Like 60% of them are just gonna give you the stuff. Filth is what really puts them off, not begging. And naggedness. If you keep pushing at them, yeah, everybody's gonna get pissed. So if you're ever in the situation to get by asking other people to give you stuff, it's very simple. Be dressed nice, be elegant, speak politely. That's all. They're just gonna hand you things. So. Then, around 8 o'clock in the morning, I was in the city square, on a bench, dressed stupidly, and nobody gave a shit on me. And I was looking at the sky, and I talked to the guy, and I said, "Good, give me some sunny days, because, man, the chick wants sun, up on the building with our friends or something." 3 hours later, the sky's clear. And aside from 1 or 2, just loose showers, it's just been sun above the city since then. Oh yeah, let me see Lucid do that. Just command the weather of the entire planet. It is almighty. It's just a magical eyes, bending the laws like rubber, and tricks and manipulation. And yeah, an almost endless army of spirits that can focus and shift some energies. The upper echelon of his fallen angels and the lower echelon of Lilith's, whatever those things are. And the slaves, the darkened spirits. Which are, yeah, any other stupid creature, like humans or... yeah, you know, for some stupid little retard, loser, whatever, those can even be called, because you can't even call them witches. There's even fallen spirit beetles. Of all things, spirit beetles. What the fuck you do with one of those? Can't even shift the energies of a frog. Whatever. I suppose you have to use an energy portion to just stand up. Literally send the shape, the spiritual shape of a bug in someone's dreams and psych them up, torture in their sleep. Maybe even a spirit beetle is useful. Whatever. But yeah, just compare two things. One, creation is endless. That is the ball. To work with darkness, not only are you a slave or even dead, but you're probably gonna have to murder someone's baby to get to the highest level of the golden art. And I just pick up on that sky and he shifts fucking weather for me in a couple of hours. No effort, not sipping coffee and having a cigarette backed from some guy on the street. I didn't even break a sweat, dude. Why? Why did I do that? Like, fuck up my entire life? Just like an, I don't know, be a Hollywood star? Who wants that? You know, that's like, it's a lot of responsibility. You have to keep your image in front of the freaking society all the time. You have to look great and everything. Know that you have a choice in it. I mean, I don't know. That's take like Sean Connery. Like, can Sean Connery afford to be seen? I don't know if the dude still alive, but can he afford to be seen like legs spread, crotch full of piss in front of some London pub at 4 o'clock in the morning with just his pants and his socks and stinking like piss? He wants to have the crazy fucking up fun, like some crazy London chick that just wants to go extreme with the fun. No, I can't do that. He has to be out of the box, picture perfect every time he walks out on the street. That's fame. You don't have your own life. You're a public creature. Who wants that? Really? I mean, I don't have jack shit money. I have packed cigarettes and some food. A mostly empty apartment. Nothing's here's worth even looking at except maybe this stupid laptop. And I don't know. It's 10 o'clock sharp right now. I'm just doing this weird thingy between the light in the hallway and this Brett's blanket on the sofa and the superimposed from YouTube clip with the fire burning and the music and everything, and I'm chilling out with you, Sonia. Although, this is a sort of fluffy magic. I will be with you even if I won't be. That one point when you maybe shall see this clip, and yet I've never still been with you, but I have already been with you, so because when you see it, I am with you now. it's entertaining. Mother of all sciences. Yeah. And it's set the question. Why? You can drive someone insane with that question. Just keep asking it. And at one point, the fucking cave. So. What was I going to talk to you about again? I don't even know. It's been 2 hours already. Point. The point is this. Oh yeah, I still don't know how to fucking do it because I don't want to give the fucking secrecy signal to people, and I actually like just shutting myself the fuck up by putting a finger in my mouth. Wait a minute. I'm not freaking kidding. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, one of these modern health drinks, whatever. So, empaths are bottom line creatures of love, and have conflict purposes to reflect or teach the truth because they can access it natively without any intermediary, without anything. They just touch the truth should they request it, and because they can reflect perfect love through complete understanding of another person's soul. They are healers, teachers. And therapists. Yeah. They're basically the human form of angels. So what do you think Lucy's gonna do if you go into the dark stuff, Chupsy? Gonna give you all fame? Nah, it's gonna turn you into the darkest, filthiest creature it can turn you in, so you never climb out of the pit of your own depravity. So you're forever damned. So with whatever capacities we're putting you, you don't bother his scheming. It's just war strategy. I don't know, dude. You do you. But I'm telling you just what is business with you. The Dark One. That he who is represented by the statue of Baphomet. He just wants to fuck you up until you're no longer a problem for him. That's it. And he'll seduce you with whatever. Fame, money, power, mystery, popularity, whatever is good. It's all. You know how to recognize his gift? The dark gift? You still did right. The dark gift. Dodo. Are always drugs. Because upon humans, there are three things you once with this shit pooping monkeys you were supposed to obey. Control, defile, kill. Oh, what? You've been around this church and heard all kind of bullshit lies? Who the fuck cares? His father lies. He'll tell you everything to get his purposes done. He doesn't give a shit. He's an angel. An angel of perfection, and somehow twisted by the justice of the Creator, but he's still a spiritual form, so why should he give a shit about you? He was a perfect soul of light, now he's a perfect soul of darkness, whatever the fuck. He's just a stinking monkey. You have to shower sometimes I don't know, month, week, whatever, and you have to wipe your ass after you poop. You're a chimpanzee, Lucifer, dude. Just you're a very capable chimpanzee. I mean, he has to fuck you up so he has no problems. What? Upset? Sonia, in Romania, there's a... I don't think it's Romania. I think it's worldwide. There's a saying that goes like this. A true friend bites. And when he bites, where that friend bites, that place blooms. An enemy caresses. And where the enemy has caressed, it grows into a bruise. Learn, Dodo. Ah, awesome, isn't it? I'm a colored shadow upon a colored under a colored shadow, and it's under a force that doesn't exist. Upon a white that's never there, a night of light and galaxy that's just a stupid wall, and it's all just magic tricks. Oh, stupid little webcam. I understand magic. It's just a fucking trick. Even 17-year-old kids can just invent it. Just grab an orange, stick a knife in it. Simply believe that orange is someone else. Big bullshit. That's what you call power. Have you seen, what is that, Lord of the Rings, I think? So there's this chick, like last year. Now she's both extremely capable in the spiritual arts, she's all that yogi and stuff, and also her brain is really messed up with too much information. However, for some stupid reason we were in sync, at that point at least, and we were in close proximity, we resonated. We were sort of the Tai Chi to the yin and yang, if you want, and we became the one while being sort of friends or something for some weeks. So what had happened? Why did I say Lord of the Rings? Remember on the famous scene on the bridge of the Mines of Moria, when Balrog of Morgoth, the flaming with fashioned weapons of fire, stood before Gandalf the Grey, and that little stupid second level wizard, he would lift his glamdring sword and his stupid little crystal tipped staff of elderwood, and he would smack it up on the bridge saying, "You shall not pass!" And all the fucking bridge smashed. Well, this she came to me. Now she's not flying or anything, she's spiritual if you want. The best definition is a real genuine hippie. That would be it. Not one of those with, just sex and drugs. The actual spiritual part. And, for some reason, she felt like connected or to a stupid little metal rod in my house. I don't know what was it doing there. It was left my grandfather was, crafting all kinds of things. My grandmother never needed anything, electrician, plumber, what you call it. He did everything in the house. And she took that rod, the girl, and she adorned it with color rings, everything, all that beautifying, hippie, spiritual stuff. But we were behind a building somewhere near a high school, to the gathering place of, people hanging out, teenage gangs. We're drinking some alcohol and coffee and stuff, and at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she was playing with that rod because she liked it or something. And at one point, we were staying there like, let's say 5, somewhat educated, normal human beings. And that is one of those low-level criminal hoodlum street gang gypsies that just float around. I'm like, oh shit, if I don't stop these guys, it's gonna be a messy night. So, as I was feeling resonating, how resonating when we were in close proximity, me and that girl, both she and me would almost have divine power. Like, it was stupid. Like, everything we just uttered, like, it's gonna happen this, it just began to happen. It was fucked up, man. And she was very poor, and so she gave some rocker guy that thing to play with, and I would keep on taking it from his hands and cleaning it energetically. But at that point, the rod was leaning against the wall behind her, and the gypsies were coming. I said, fuck it. Now that I have resonance, push it. So I grabbed the metal rod, cleanse it, send the wave up and down it, and of energy, and then charge it. And there were 3 effects. First, it was a sound. It was the sound of metal hitting stone, and that kind of gives the idea of, ooh, that's a metal thing, and it's dangerous. Second, it was the basic visual aspect of the gesture. The fun thing was the tectonic wave energy ripple effect that echoed through the soil. I created a mini earthquake. So I took that rod and said, I didn't say anything. I looked at the gypsies and said, knowing what I was doing at energy level and spiritual level in my mind and heart and everything, empaths and shit, and I was feeling the energies, And it's going, like the smell, and they were like, they're coming, the creepy crawlers in the night, the gypsies in the night, all that small criminal world, beatings, thievery, robbings, fight each other, punching, fisting, maybe a knifing, all that stuff. No, it just stopped cool. They're like, I just turned around and walked away. And I was like, yeah, bitches, thank you. Because I could feel it. I know they felt it, but they felt it as a seismic wave. I actually felt the whole energy wave. It was like waves of energy and ripples, like echoing from the point of impact to the ground. I gave her the rod, and when she left for the city where she lived, she took it with her. But I don't know what she's doing with it now. Magic, I suppose. I don't know. Spirituality. I don't care. But yeah, that's power. I mean, yeah. So you probably did some ritual, you lit some candles, you mixed some herbs, used some blood, used moon phases, moon colors, energy of the moon and the sun, maybe some crystal, a magnet here and there, some form of symbolically charged imagery, like idols basically, statues and stuff. And maybe some spirits. That's basically what most dark witches are doing. But, and some other stuff. depending on their schools and categories. That's basically secret for their private circle, so I can't possibly know it. But they're common. But sure, that works. You know that famous Romanian politician, wise guy and whatever, he was in an interview years ago, and that guy's a political activist and, I don't know, thinker and something. The last person, a skeptic, the last person you think he'd speak about magic. But he said these words. There is magic on this earth. Of all the magic of the planet, I'll ask my hand. Doesn't amount to a bowl of rice. Why do you want to say with this? It's simple. There's two forms of magic. If you're talking magic, there's the magic you create by energy, which you can truly fuck it up by faith, and, boost it. And there's the magic used by intermediaries, like entities of all sorts and kinds and whatnot. I don't even care about those. And that form of energy that you can create basically by energy, and you do not have to rely upon other entities who can have their own interests with you. All the magic of the planet that humans can actually do just amounts to one stupid little bowl of rice. That's how much power it all has. What are true powers? Well, true powers. I don't want to call them powers. What are true effectivenesses, if you want? It's faith and intermediation of spirits that have more magnitude in their identity, in their spiritual definition. So of course, yeah, full angels are going to be pretty powerful with that. But the price they demand, ish. That's the problem. Man, what's all this red and bullshit? And I don't know, I like warm colors. I like warm. You know, definition of a hug. You know, I'm an empath. Emotions. What a flame. Now, Sonia, if you'd want to, but I think you read that sausage of Instagram messages, and if you didn't say a single peep, like a single dot after them, that means you loved them. However, you did that and said, the fuck is this guy, get the fuck out of here, basically. And one big bottom line being that you're a girl and you have a girlfriend, and I've been friends with lesbians, so I kind of know how those people regard a man. So yeah, kind of sort of understand your reaction of nothing, beautiful ghosting towards me. It's only natural. So, what's this? 2 hours, 34 minutes, 44 seconds. Where to wrap it up? 2 hours, 35 minutes. That's in about a minute. Oh my god, I have to say the apocalypse monstrous, absolutely bottom line smashing, what was it? Epic ending! Chuff, stick off, like, are you crazy? Is that how you know me? Not at all? You have never met a Hyoka. See, it's been 35 minutes already. I went beyond the mark. I don't know. But What's with the trees? Ah! Man, you should be careful with your screen post files. Ah, fuck it. I don't even know if you're ever gonna see this. Nor, baby girl, do I even, at this point in time of life experience, care.